The third biggest mistake: living to please others and forgetting yourself. From childhood, most of us are taught to be good. Good children obey their parents. Good students listen to their teachers. Good employees follow their bosses. And while respect and cooperation are important, many people in America and around the world fall into a dangerous trap, living their entire lives trying to please others, while neglecting their own needs, dreams, and identity. This mistake may sound noble on the surface. After all, isn't it good to be selfless, to put others first? But the truth is more complicated. Constantly sacrificing your own well-being and authenticity for the approval of others can leave you burned out, resentful, and ultimately unfulfilled. A 2021 survey by YouGov America found that nearly 70% of adults admitted they worry too much about what others think of them. Another study by the American Psychological Association shows that people who chronically seek external validation experience higher rates of stress, anxiety, and depression. The weight of always asking, "Am I enough?" in their eyes slowly erodes confidence and inner peace. Real stories bring this lesson to life. Consider the late Princess Diana, often called the People's Princess. Behind her public image of grace and compassion, she struggled for years with the pressures of fitting into a royal family that expected her to play a role rather than live authentically. Her courage in later speaking openly about her mental health challenges and her desire to live life on her own terms inspired millions closer to American soil. Take the example of Michelle Obama. In her memoir Becoming, she describes how for much of her early life, she followed a script written by others. Get good grades, secure a stable job, take all the boxes of success. Yet deep down, she realized she was living for expectations rather than purpose. Only when she began embracing her true passions, public service, family, community, did she feel genuinely fulfilled. Or think of Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple. His now famous Stanford commencement speech in 2005 warned against the dangers of living by someone else's script. Your time is limited, he said, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Jobs himself broke away from conventional paths. To follow his vision, he upset many along the way, but built a legacy that reshaped technology and culture. The cost of ignoring this lesson is profound. People who spend their lives people-pleasing often struggle with identity crises. Later on, they wake up one day asking, whose life am I living? Mine or someone else's expectations? By then, years may have passed in jobs they never loved, relationships they endured rather than enjoyed, and lifestyles that looked good on the outside but felt empty inside. Psychologists call this the false self, a mask worn to gain acceptance. Donald Winnicott, a British psychoanalyst, coined the term to describe how individuals suppress their real feelings to meet external demands over time. This false self becomes exhausting to maintain. It leads to burnout, emotional disconnection, and sometimes even physical illness. Yet there is hope. Breaking free from the cycle of people-pleasing starts with awareness. The first step is recognizing the patterns. Saying yes when you want to say no. Fearing disapproval more than desiring authenticity. Or defining success only by how others perceive it. The second step is courage. Learning to set boundaries. Saying no is not selfish, it is self-respect. Research from Harvard Business Review shows that employees who set healthy boundaries perform better at work and report higher satisfaction in their personal lives. Boundaries create space for authenticity. The third step is to rediscover what truly matters to you. What makes you come alive? What dreams did you silence because they seemed impractical, or because someone told you they were foolish? Reconnecting with these passions can reignite a sense of purpose that no external approval can match. We can learn from individuals who chose authenticity over approval, Maya Angelou, the legendary American poet, once said, "If you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be." Her life was a testimony to breaking molds, defying expectations, and living boldly as herself. Modern culture is slowly recognizing this truth. The rise of movements encouraging mental health awareness, self-care, and authenticity shows that society is shifting away from blind conformity. Still, the pressure remains strong. Social media amplifies comparison. Workplaces reward overwork, and cultural expectations can feel suffocating. That is why it is more important than ever to remind ourselves that living authentically is not just an option. It is a responsibility to ourselves. At the end of life, very few people regret disappointing others, but many regret disappointing themselves. Bronnie Ware, the palliative nurse, who recorded the regrets of the dying, found that one of the most common laments was, "I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me." So how can we avoid this mistake today? Start small, practice honesty and daily interactions. If you dislike something, say so politely. If you need rest, take it without apology. If you have a dream, pursue it, even if others don't understand. Each small act of authenticity builds into a stronger. For yourself, the truth is, you cannot please everyone. No matter what you do, someone will criticize. But if you lose yourself in the process of pleasing others, you will have lost the one person whose approval truly matters. Your own life is too short to live as a performance. The applause fades, the critics move on. But you are the one who has to live with your choices. Choosing authenticity may not always make you popular, but it will make you free. And freedom ultimately is the foundation of happiness.